Good morning, everybody, and thanks for waking up with the Chase.
No way.
My God!
Oh my God. 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Go to Dave's. I must ask you a question right now.
1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Oh, whoa.
Sit back, relax, and crack a cold one. The Chase is live. Okay. Did you guys hear me on the mic before we got on?
After.
Chase Country. Let's ride. Chase Country.
Let's ride.
Chase Country. Let's ride. Welcome to the
Shut
number
the-
one show in the hobby, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The number one show for all you need to know about the hobby and sports cards and collectibles, baby. Right here, the Chase. Thank you for waking up with us. Welcome to Jersey Friday. I'm Troy Licastro alongside my wife. What's going on, Giggly?
No,
This
I
is
just love it.
Giggly Yarger here. What's up, Giggly?
Love the motivation. Hey, Friday. You know how I'm feeling. Friday is the day. Friday is the day we all look forward to every week. Let's start it off strong.
Wow. That took a real serious turn. Did you guys feel that? I felt it. I felt it right here. Right here. We actually, you know what's nice today? We actually have a live studio audience.
Yes.
This is what's impressive. We got a golf clap. Yeah, there you go. There's a round of applause right there. Live studio audience here today on the Chase. It is Jersey Friday, of course. So, David, how about you start it off? Who are you wearing today? It's like the red carpet. You know, when people are like, who are you wearing? Oh, I'm wearing Vera Wang. Who are you wearing today?
So we got Oklahoma. Jalen Hurts.
Hurts, don't it?
Jalen Hurts, you know, coming off a big victory last night. Eagles are 8-0. I'm not an Eagles fan, obviously, but had to support the Oklahoma guy. What do you got?
Go Birds. Bang, bang, Bird Gang. But I'm not wearing a Birds. I am wearing, you see that? The old Jacksonville Jaguars logo. How about a Mark Brunell champion jersey?
God, you got the most random people ever. I love it.
You think this is random? Just wait. I got even more random coming your way.
Just
That's what happens. I hit eBay and I scour eBay. Listen, you might see me in a Ryan Leaf jersey. You might see me in a Harbaugh Indianapolis Colts jersey. Just
Cordell
wait.
Stewart.
You might see me in a Jeff Blake Cincinnati Bengals jersey. That's all I'm saying is just keep your eyes peeled for what we got. So,
T-Pucks asked, how do I get tickets for the live show?
how do you get tickets for the live show? I'll have my people call your people, and we'll work something out. It'll be like Nickelodeon Studios back in the day during, like, you know, Figure It Out or, you know, Slime Time. We'll do a live studio audience eventually, maybe one of these days. Well, actually, next Friday we'll be in Toronto.
Yes, we'll be in Toronto at the expo, and we'll be filming our show live from the main stage. So it's going to be cool. And I think it's a good time to mention, we're going to have some fire on the feet.
Oh, yeah. So I basically had a mini heart attack this morning. I'm kind of sick about it. I have never spent over $100 on shoes, right? But if you remember weeks and weeks ago, David and I talked about Panini and Reebok collaborating on the Prism shoes. Those dropped today, I think at like 10. I think it was at 10 because Meerkat frantically came back here at 10:30 after texting me a thread.
And just said shoes.
And just said shoes. I thought he meant the video, let's get some shoes. But indeed, he meant the Panini and Reebok collaboration. I went with the Black Prism ones, ended up spending $180 on them. But we do each get a pack of cards, a pack of exclusive Allen Iverson cards that come with it. So maybe we'll do some content there and open them up once we get the shoes. But which ones did you end up going with?
I ended up getting the all blues. So I was thinking about it, like what I'm going to wear in Toronto. And I'm thinking like Chase shirt, you know, black jeans, all blue and black shoes. So
There you go. There's a peek into David's wardrobe. Speaking of David's, Dave Stevens is an absolute sicko and bought both mids. He bought the white tiger stripes and he bought the all blacks. So we'll do a content piece once all those shoes come in. Really looking forward to that.
Mr. Moneybags over there.
Yeah, made of it. But I need a little pick-me-up. So do you think you could give me a quote of the day from actually the member of our live studio audience usually provides us with these. So why don't you let us hear it?
I know, I feel like I'm getting stared down. I have to do this quote properly. Most communication problems occur because we don't listen to understand. We listen only to reply. Angelo Satira?
I'm not going to lie. So listen, I'm not going to lie. I read this one, and that actually resonated.
I
actually read that one, and it resonated because I feel like, right? As like reporters, like Elena agrees, because I feel like as reporters in that, sometimes when you're interviewing people, you're nodding your head and you're, yeah, and you're listening, but at the same time, you're just trying to reply and go on to the next thing. So a useful piece of information there. And good morning to everybody in the chat. Never want to ignore you guys. No, so I'm very lazy at grocery shopping. I haven't gone to buy some more Liquid Deaths yet, so I went with the sparkling ice. They can sponsor me too if they want to.
I actually had a Liquid Death the other night. They were pretty
delicious, right?
I've only had like 2 in my entire life, but pretty good.
All right, so what do you say we get on to some hobby stuff? First of all, I want to bring up this. We got show teases and all that, but we want to send a quick shout out to our guy, Evan Cooper. Evan Cooper, his mother, Heather, they're avid watchers of the show, friends of the program, I would say. A quick shout out to him. It was his birthday on Wednesday, and his mom bought him a blaster box, and he got quite the gift out of it. So can we actually pull that picture up, please, Stevens? Look at this thing. A J-Rod auto, rookie auto, out of a blaster.
Birthday. Happy freaking birthday. Wow.
I mean, what a way to celebrate your birthday. The thing is, too, if Evan decides to keep it, great. If he decides to flip it, well, that's some great birthday money that he could probably just put back into spending. A Julio Rodriguez auto.
That's unheard of. Blaster box, too.
Like blaster box, too.
Crazy.
Yeah, actually, Heather, I see you in the chat. Which blaster box did you get it from? I'm just curious. It looked like I couldn't tell which Topps product that specifically was, but congrats to Evan, and once again, happy birthday to him. It was a Topps Fire Blaster.
Wow.
Well, do I even really have to say that
Topps
it's fire? I was gonna say
fire.
Do I even really have to make that corny thing? So speaking of baseball, Dave and I had some fun recently making a video. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it on the DA Card World accounts, but if you didn't hear, we have an end of the season mixer break for baseball. So let's head to the diamond to learn more.
Hey, what do you say now, Tutu? Little poke here, kid. Little poke. Come on now. Hey, kid. What's up, coach? Seems to be the problem, buddy. What's going on?
Just made the last out of the game. Season's over. No baseball for 5 months. I mean, life sucks right now.
What do you mean? Season's not over. Remember?
Coach, did you not see me fly out to center field? Like, it's the last out of the year.
Oh,
I
yeah. No, don't worry, buddy. There's going to be a 24-box mixer for the end of the season from David M's Card World.
Coach, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Remember, they're going to be breaking baseball boxes from 2017 all the way to 2022. Don't you remember?
It's slipping my mind, Coach. What are you talking about, man?
I got something that'll refresh your memory, huh? Chin up, kid. Chin up. Seriously, you did great. Listen, they're going to be giving away a Bryce Harper signed jersey and a Jordan Alvarez signed jersey. Remember? Is this bringing it back now?
A little bit, yeah. Them guys are good.
Listen, I got something that'll make you and the boys feel better. How about I take you, I get you guys some ice cream, and we go watch the break on twitch.tv/DACardworld. What do you think?
All right, Coach. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
All right, come on, kid. Let's go. There's always next season.
All right, so there you have it. Coach got the kids some ice cream, and we're going to have an end-of-the-season mixer, baby. Looking forward to it. Baseball, it's a tight series right now, that World Series.
3-2.
We still got 20-something spots left, and I got a little bit of a challenge for you, actually.
Okay.
Yeah? You ready for this?
Sure.
Sean told me that if you crumple something up and you make it into that Chase cup, he's actually going to lower the price. If you make it into the Chase mug, he's going to lower the price on the end of the season mixer. You think you can do that?
Yeah. So.
Damn. This guy's good. This guy's good. So there you go. All right, Sean, if you're listening, you gotta give a discount.
Suit.
You gotta follow suit. You gotta give a discount now on the end of the season mixer. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what Sean did. Lucky for you, David don't miss. So now go on DACarworld.com. Look under our live breaks. The end of the season mixer is actually on a discount right now. So check that out. Get your spots in. Sean moved it to next week, so look at the calendar. Would love to see that.
That was my rundown, so I had to.
All right,
I had to get it back.
Okay, well, we gotta run through this stuff quick, but let's get to what is happening today. We've got all the releases for today, and speaking of all the releases, it's 2. PSA announced a little realignment at the top, and we'll also take a look at a post from Sports Card Investors and see which players have had the most cards sold of late. A new place in Ohio combined a restaurant into a card shop, or combined a restaurant with a card shop. I can't talk. It's Friday. Also, eBay has finally finalized their deal with TCG Player. A fun piece of Jordan apparel is actually sold in a private sale, so we'll show you that. And then, of course, our live guest for the day, Jordan Hollifield, CEO of HGA, will be on the broadcast later. And we're going to finish out the day with our box rip giveaway. Today, we have a good one, 2021 Upper Deck AEW Spectrum. I am really excited about this. First time this is a thing. 3 hits. It's kind of like your Ultimate Collection stature, little box, quick pack, 7 cards. But before we get to new releases, we got to announce a winner of the beautiful first off the line 22-23 Chronicles Draft Picks basketball that we ripped on Wednesday. So, Stevens, can I get a drum roll, please? You got a... you got. You got, bruh. He got.
Hello.
He got. There we go. Our winner is Buspack. Buspack 501 from Twitch. He said that he thinks Banchero has this locked up. That NBA Rookie of the Year, Banchero, he says he got that stuff lock.
I completely agree.
There you go. So Buspack 501, you know the drill. Look out for a whisper from us, and then make sure you send your shipping information to thechase@dacarwood.com. Congratulations. Bo Jackson's wondering, is there going to be any dolphins today? Can we get a dolphin for the guy? Let's get a dolphin. There you go. The man's got the dolphin. I hope he heard it in my ear. Now let's head to what the new releases are coming out today. David, you want to start us off with that, please?
Yes, absolutely. We're going to head to the hardwood to start up. 21-22 Panini 1-and-1 basketball hobby. Here, there is 1 autograph, 1 base, parallel, or insert card per box, and be on the look for on-card rookie patch autos. This is the rookie class that includes Cade Cunningham with Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Green, Jalen Suggs, my guy Josh Giddey on OKC, and many, many more. Troy.
Yes, sir. Next up, we are sticking to the hardwood, this time with Panini Select Basketball H2 box. In this product, you got 6 prisms per box, and you'll want to look for rookie jersey autographs. Rookies here, like 1-and-1, are from the Cade class. So now we're going to move on to what's making the rounds in the hobby, but obviously you can see the select rookie patch autos you can get there. PSA has announced it has a new president to the company. Kevin Linnane, who has served as PSA president for the past year, is now taking on the role of vice president of PSA sales. PSA gave Linane credit for all he's done during his time as president, saying Kevin led PSA out from under its massive backlog of trading card submissions and directed the return of all service levels that were suspended due to the 2021 backlog. He also led the relaunch of PSA's Collectors Club and the company's continued capacity expansion efforts, with new grading operations being built in New Jersey and Japan. Taking over will be Ryan Hodge, who joined the company in July of 2021. Ryan, a lifelong card collector who worked previously at Microsoft for 16 years in a variety of leadership roles, has led the product team on multiple fronts since his arrival and was instrumental in growing that team and the successful launch of the Collector's Vault in July.
There you go. Little change of PSA, I see. Mm-hmm. All right. Recently, Sports Card Investor collaborated on a post with Market Movers app to show what players have been on the come up. The post looks at the most cards sold by player as well as most cards sold by card. So let's take a look at that first graphic by player.
And I'll be honest with you, this all makes sense. Who's number 5? Could you, the notepad's
Is it,
just...
Yeller.
There we go. Zion Williams. Thank you, sir. We're on a tape delay. Zion Williamson. So, in my opinion, that all makes sense. I mean, Jalen Hurts is 100% on the up and up, and he has been, in my opinion. But 100%. I think just about everybody shares that opinion. I mean, obviously, Eagles won last night. They're 8-0, and he's playing out of his mind. I mean, could he be an MVP candidate?
Definitely having an MVP season. I mean, it makes sense. Anybody that saved Hurts was waiting for this moment in time.
Yeah.
Like, this is their moment. They're excited. And Mac Jones is where he should be, not on the list. So.
All right. Zion makes sense, too, in my opinion.
Yeah, he had a good start to the season, and the Pelicans look really, really good.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really surprise
Pels
me.
Look good. He looks good. He's staying healthy. And I think that's what people wanted. People were anticipating his return so much after the last, almost 2 seasons. I know last year he didn't play at all.
Right.
Almost the last 2 seasons he really hasn't played, and obviously coming out in 2019 with John Morant has kind of, because he's stayed healthy, emerged in that rookie class as the card that all the collectors want. Everybody wants Ja stuff, but there's still value in Zion, obviously shown by that, but I think just there's hype around him coming back and hopefully staying healthy.
Yeah.
So can we actually move on to the second one? This is sold by card, specific card. There we go. Wander Franco, 2022 Topps Chrome base. Aaron Judge, 27 Bowman base. Cade, Bailey Zappi.
Wow.
Once again.
I didn't even realize.
Aaron Judge. I mean, these all make sense to me too.
Zappi, that's such a quick come up.
I'm not surprised though.
Yeah, me either, but that's just, 440 submissions.
It is surprising. It is surprising, but I think as soon as everybody saw, 1, Mac Jones go down, and 2, just see how bad he was playing this year, I feel like Bailey Zappi, I've seen a lot of his stuff. It's not like he's not out there. You know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes the higher anticipated rookies or the guys that they think are going to do really, really well, obviously they're shorter print. So Bailey Zappi, maybe not a guy that necessarily was going to come out highly touted, only because they had Mac Jones. They drafted Mac Jones just a year ago. He comes out, so maybe his stuff is more available than we may think in the products. So obviously a quick rise there. But I think Cade made sense, obviously, because he's obviously the number 1 standout in basketball rookie collecting, I feel like, going into his second year. And the 2017 Judge stuff.
Well, yeah,
obviously
that's
after
self-explanatory after the season he just had.
After the season he had, just makes sense. So, but kind of interesting there. I'm surprised Wander was at 1.
Yeah, I mean, just they didn't really do much. I mean, they lost in the wild card round. Franco didn't really do much in the wild card round either. I know they're expecting him to be the next big thing, the next face of the MLB, but I just don't. I don't know. I'm starting to lose the hype in Franco, to be honest with you.
I was honestly thinking the same thing. So I think you're not too far off.
Hey, shout out Bo Jackson, by the way.
Shout out Bo Jackson. We're close to a hype train. Can you guys take Bo Jackson's momentum and keep it going? Let's see. But next up, we got a cool one for you. We mentioned earlier in the show, in Dayton, Ohio, a place has recently opened that combines a restaurant and a sports card shop. Park Grill and Bar will house Kaboom Bros sports cards in the upper mezzanine area, and restaurant co-owners Chris Carter said guests will be able to buy a variety of sports cards. In an article on Dayton News Daily's website by Natalie Jones, Carter said he has plans to do trade nights and other events surrounding the sports cards and memorabilia. Kaboom Bros Cards has partnered with Fanatics, so going to be interesting to see that. Like we said on the pre-show, might try to get down there or at least get those guys on the show, but I think it's a cool concept. Just make sure you wash your hands before you're handling cards, right?
Exactly.
You messy, because I know you're messy eaters out there. I know.
Fun concept that you can go get dinner and then go rip some packs after. So.
Absolutely. Oh, give it up. We got that hype train. Come on, ride the train.
I'm Cheesy,
and
39. With
Cheese.
the gifting.
That boy, Cheesy. Cheesy Chase, what up, dog? Appreciate you.
TY, man. TY.
All right, as David gets on to the next story here, let's keep that hype train going. Come on now, let's break the record.
Absolutely. Keep us hyped up. What do you say? Other news. eBay announced it has finalized its purchase of TCG Player for $300 million. This was announced in August, but it has formally been made official. eBay will now formally absorb the Syracuse-based TCG Player at the beginning of 2023, which will continue to operate independently. At TCG Player, they build applications and technologies that connect thousands of hobby gaming businesses with customers across the globe. Their e-commerce and data management tools power sales through physical stores, websites, mobile apps, and the TCG Player marketplace.
Very nice. All right, lastly, in around the hobby, we got some news on the GOAT, Michael Jordan. His warm-up shooting shirt from his last game as a Washington Wizard in 2003, and obviously what would be his last game in the NBA at all, ever, that's it, done, has just sold on the Sotheby's auction site. It is...
Sotheby's.
Excuse me? Sotheby's. There you go, Sotheby's. Good thing we have a live studio audience today. Sotheby's. It is the shirt he walked off the court with, waving to the crowd for the final time and concluding his NBA career. It has been sold in a private sale at Sotheby's for $900,000. MJ put up 15 points, 4 boards, and 4 assists in 28 minutes in his final NBA game, a 107-87 loss to the Sixers.
Nice little piece.
Right out into the sunset.
Nice little piece on Sotheby's.
Sotheby's. Thank you for that. No, I appreciate it. Honestly, thank you. Oh, boy, I'm getting all the text. Now people are texting me, Sotheby's. I'm sorry, Sotheby's. No disrespect. No disrespect. We'll just have to do some phonetic spelling next time. But here we are. We've gotten to the point in the episode where we have our guest for the day. And ladies and gentlemen, it is Jordan Hollifield, the CEO from HGA. He's had a mix of different jobs before heading HGA's way, and we're excited to talk with him. So without wasting any more time, let's send it to Jordan. Jordan, how's it going? How are you? Good morning.
Hey guys, I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Pretty good.
Fantastic. We can't complain. It's Friday. It's Friday.
It is Friday. It is best day of the week.
It is.
Amen to that, right? I was going to say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so once we roll around at 5 o'clock, maybe indulge in some drinks and some food, you know?
Some Wobbly Pops, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, Jordan.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely, man.
Anytime.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we could get you on. So, Jordan, we do a little thing around here, Jersey Friday, so we're always wearing a different jersey. But I see you got one hanging behind you there. What's that?
You know, it was funny. I almost went and grabbed one and threw it on for the show, just to fit in with you guys. I almost did. I've got some Dawkins. I've got a Devontae Smith and a Vic over there. All Eagles. All Eagles.
So so interesting. Where are you originally from? So I'm getting a more of a Southern accent from you, but big Eagles fan.
Yeah, big Eagles fan. I've lived in Knoxville, Tennessee, my whole entire life. But at a young age, I just I was drawn to the Eagles, and I've been an Eagles fan ever since.
That's amazing. Yeah, I feel like it. Well, you know what? I got to think. It was one of those teams. During the glory days, you had Dawkins, Westbrook, Hank Baskett, Donovan McNabb. Those were fun days. That's when I really started getting into football.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So Knoxville, Tennessee. How does it feel to have a former WWE wrestler be your mayor?
It's actually pretty cool. It was probably about a month ago. He actually came by the office and just kind of hung out, got to meet a lot of the people here, and it was just cool getting to connect with him, on a different level. Like, here we're a bunch of sports and TCG fanatic kind of people, and just having a former WWE star in the house is really cool. But the fact that he is he's our mayor, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
Catch me up. Who is
Kane? Kane is the
Okay,
Knoxville County mayor.
Kane.
Kane is Knoxville mayor.
I heard that Kane got into politics, so I was like, is Kane the mayor? Like,
now, question: like, when he was there at the facility, was at the office, like, is he a collector at all? Was he interested in anything that he was seeing?
So he's not necessarily a collector, but with him, being who he is, like, he's done a lot of autographs, so he's accustomed to like getting the sheets of stickers, especially when Prism, whenever it came out this year, and doing the signings and stuff for that. So he was accustomed to that, but he was he was able to see what we do, and he was kind of blown away, which was neat.
That's awesome. Yeah, really cool. Really cool. So what do you say we get into a little bit more of the nuts and bolts, the real stuff that we want to talk about here today? I want to start off. Electrician, consultant for AT&T, a regional manager of a security company, and now HGA CEO. How did we get here?
Yeah, so I guess if we start from the beginning, like right out of school, I was like a lot of kids nowadays are, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, right? I was like, am I going to go the college route? Am I going to do something else? And for whatever reason, I kind of just happened to, get plugged in, and I went through an apprenticeship program, became an electrician. From there, I had an opportunity to go to AT&T and be a lineman, climb telephone poles for a living, and that got old pretty quick. And from there, I had a opportunity to help start an organization within AT&T where Knoxville was one of the test markets, and I helped grow that. And now it's rolled out nationally. And after my stint with AT&T, was with CPI Security, and was over sales, marketing, assisted with operations. Was in Knoxville, but we were able to grow that to 4 different states, 7 different locations. And then I was approached about the HGA job, and as a collector, I was like, how do you pass this up? Like, this is like your dream job kind of thing. And so I came on as the business development director for HGA. My role at that time was to help grow the HGA brand as it was new, and develop some different relationships, different partnerships, and so on and so forth. From there, it went, and I moved more into the operational role. And we came in, and as a new company at the time, we did a lot of things that were really, really good, and we also did a lot of things that we could have improved on. So we came in, kind of revamped operations altogether, kind of got that running like a well-oiled machine. And through that process, HGA was purchased by another company. And during that transition is whenever I've transitioned into the role of CEO. So kind of like there's your kind of long timeline of everything. But that's kind of how it came to be what it is now.
Amazing. And then for those who don't know, obviously, Jordan, fairly new in this role, 4 months, but, obviously in an exciting future, of course. And if anybody in the chat has questions for Jordan, please feel free to enter them, and we'll try to get to them. But I'll turn it over to you for the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. So in all those jobs and that timeline that you just gave us, do you feel any of the past fields that you've worked in have given you valuable experience that you can use in this role?
Absolutely. From the growing a company from something small to something big with previous jobs I've had, the marketing experience, and then as well as the operational experience as well. Kind of like all those kind of fit into, the role that I have now as CEO. And then even like, if you go back to the beginning is like, electrician, like that's hard work, right? That's something that, is, takes a toll on you and your body, but you got to like grind through it. And, so at a young age, I worked since I've been 15 years old. So, hard work is just another day for me. And that's like here, right? With HGA, it's a newer company, and we've got to have that work ethic and that grit and that grind to take it to the next level.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hard work.
I love the grit. Pete, that is a great word to use. I love
the word
grit and the grind. Really, just two G words that really just sum it up beautifully.
Grit and grind.
Grit is an underrated word for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it needs to be used more. And looking at the chat here, not so much a question, but a statement here from Damien. He says, I have spoken to Jordan and the team personally. This company is killing it. Keep up the good work, guys.
Awesome. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, we love hearing that. We love listening to, our customers. And, that's one thing at HGA we do. Like a lot of the decisions that we make on, new products, we want to hear them out, right? Because ultimately, we can think one way, but if the industry is telling us something else, it may be, we want to pivot what we want to do to lead to what they want. So, listening to your customers is key here for sure.
There you go. Another key to the game, listening to the customers for sure. So I heard you speak when you were talking about your timeline. You said being a collector, that this might be your dream job. So am I okay to assume that collecting's been a lifetime thing for you, or what kind of collector would you say you are?
Yeah, so I'm kind of like a hybrid in between. Like at a young age, I was a collector. And then like kind of you hit that like middle school, high school, I was active in sports, played sports. So, I kind of got out of it for a little bit, but as I got a little bit older, I got back in. COVID definitely helped just because there were so many different people that jumped back in the hobby at that point. And I was one of those. But all that was taking place, and then HGA started, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is something I've loved. I loved at one point in my life, and I kind of didn't fall out of love with it, but just kind of put it on the back burner. But it's something new that I've fallen back in love with, and now I have the opportunity to work in the industry and be around like-minded people. It's great. It's great. So yeah, I have collected essentially my whole entire life. There was a time where I kind of wasn't as heavy in collecting, but regardless, it's still a passion of mine.
Yeah.
So besides, before I get to my next question, besides the Eagles stuff, what do you collect?
So at a young age, growing up, everything was Michael Jordan, right? For a lot of people. So, I had a lot of Jordan stuff. I was a huge Shaq fan, Kobe as well. So that I guess at a younger age, I collected more basketball than I did football. But now it's like I still do both and do a little bit of baseball. But I mean, like I've got, like a weird collection too. Like I've got a Fletcher Cox collection that nobody cares about, but I love it. So it's pretty cool.
It's all right. But see, that's the great thing about collecting is, if you have a player that I don't want to say nobody wants to touch, but you may have some of those players where not as many people collect that. So you can corner the market on the Fletcher Cox collection,
Absolutely. I've got like the go-to collection in the Fletcher Cox industry. So it's pretty cool.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I'm like the same way. I actually have a few cards of this kid that I actually played baseball with who's playing for the Texas Rangers. And I may be the only one that collects his cards. So, but
somebody's gotta.
Hey, they're nice cards.
So why not you?
Yeah. Hey, why not us?
Exactly.
Anyways, when collectors read the letters HGA, what do you want them to think?
So, as people see HGA, first, what we want them to see is, honest, transparent grading, because ultimately that's what we are. The grading industry as a whole for the past 30 years, it's been pretty stagnant and hasn't really changed and innovated in a lot of different ways. And then all of a sudden you have a company like HGA that kind of comes up and be like, hey, we're going to integrate AI grading, but it's going to be hybrid with the human element. Because I don't think anybody wants like a computer that's just going to grade your cards and tell you like, hey, this is the grade you get, right? But at the same time, like whenever you bring that hybrid element into it and it's human assisted, that's kind of, part of it. Also, whenever you see the name HGA, we want to be that company that innovates, that's always pushing other companies to be better, come out with new products, think outside of the box, and do different things in the industry. Another key value of ours is, we want unmatched customer service. So our customer service team is by, the very, very best in the industry. We take time to, big concern, small issue, big issue. It doesn't matter. We handle every single, customer request that comes in with care and with time.
What you love to hear.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that plays very well into what you were saying earlier about the customer, you wanting them feedback and listening to them. So obviously, it seems like HGA is very much about the customer. And I can tell.
Absolutely.
So
without our customers, we don't have a business.
There you go.
Right.
So speaking of that, customers, we actually got another question here from H. Cooper in the chat, which actually piggybacks off my next question. So my next question was, what do you feel sets HGA apart from the other graders in the hobby space? And then Heather, jumping on that, says, being new to the hobby, what should someone look for when choosing who to use to grade their cards?
Yeah, so to kind of touch on Heather's question first, is ultimately, there's a lot of new grading companies that have popped up that are continuing to pop up, right? And ultimately, why do people grade cards? Is you want to know the overall condition of the card, but you also want to know that card that you're buying is legit. With so many fakes and counterfeits and altered cards and everything else out there, you want to make sure, like if you're going to any sort of marketplace, whatever that might be, that you see that company's name associated with that card, and hey, like this is legit. I don't have to worry about a knockoff. So I think that's a big piece to it. But to get into your side of it is kind of like what separates us is it's the fact that how we grade. I mean, we do a lot of cool things here, and a lot of the time we get the rep of like, hey, that's the company that does those really cool labels, which they're absolutely awesome. They're really, really neat. But it's ultimately the backbone of HGA is our grading and our authentication department, right? And it's the way we grade. So using that hybrid grading approach, utilizing the AI, but also utilizing the human element of it as well, is the big part that separates us. Because say that you didn't sleep good, or you have something rough going on in your life, and you come into work and you're like, hey, I've got a stack of 300 cards I got to grade today. What's stopping me from going 9, 9, 10, 10? And I think that's where a lot of the inconsistency in the industry as far as grading happens. It's based on, that one individual that day, depending on how they feel. But with HGA and our hybrid grading approach, what happens is whenever that human grader gets that card, they already have an idea. They already know. They already know where to look, and it's essentially like a map of what they need to do from there. And that's one thing that separates us. And then another thing too is just like, it's something we touched on briefly, but it's our willingness to listen to the industry and evolve, not only how we see fit, but listen to, their recommendations. And ultimately with that too, it's, we have what's called a customer guarantee. So you send in your cards and on a 10-day service, we believe within those 10 days, we should have those cards sent back to you. So we came up with our customer guarantee saying like, hey, give us a whirl. And, if we don't get those cards back to you within 10 days or whatever time frame it is that you wanted, not only will we send your cards back to you, but we'll send you we'll give you your money back. And so that's kind of like us putting our money where our mouth is and saying like, enough of, people being behind, because that was us, right? Like we grew so fast early on that we got into a predicament where, we did fall behind. And we had a lot of upset customers, and we wanted to make sure that never happened again. So, we've got, systems and policies and procedures in place to eliminate that from happening in the future. But we back that up with like, hey, like no one in the industry's done this to the point of saying like, we will give you a finished product and your money back if we don't meet our turnaround times. And like, to me, like, that's huge. If I'm looking on where I want to send my cards and I know that a company's offering that, then that's probably where I'm going to send my stuff.
For sure.
Yeah,
that's key. That's definitely that's a big key here. Just want to get to the chat again. Another comment for you. Friend of the show, Aaron Wagonmaker says, Jordan, Ryan Reagan treats me so well at HGA, takes care of my requests, goes above and beyond. So loves the custom labels.
Yeah, that's one thing about HGA is we've got just the best staff in the world here. I mean, like, they're passionate. They're all very like-minded. It's a close-knit group. Ryan's fantastic. He goes above and beyond. We also have Teresa, that she's over our group submissions, and like, I get praise, about her all the time. Travis, that is our TCG director. He, is fantastic in the TCG market with all the guys that are on that side. Helps me out there, because that's a weakness of mine. So he's able to fill the void in on the TCG side for me, and he's fantastic.
Very nice.
Now, I want to ask this because you've talked about, the human element of grading.
Sure.
What are your thoughts? There's a few companies coming out, such as, Tag, that are getting into AI grading. What are your thoughts on the AI aspect of grading?
So I believe that, and I'm speaking from a collector, right? So let's separate the HGA and let's just talk to just the collector, Jordan here. Personally, I don't want my cards graded by a computer, right? There's so many different cards out there and so many different sets and the whole 9 yards that, I don't want a computer just doing that. But if I can use technology, it's the 21st century now. If I can utilize that technology to give me good, honest, consistent grading, then yeah, absolutely. I do believe in the future that if you're not utilizing some sort of technology to help you grade, then I believe that you will fall off and you will fall behind.
Makes sense. It's a huge concept with grading now. People are either on team human side or team AI side. It's always nice to just hear some, differentiating opinions about both of them.
Yeah, which definitely brings me to my next question here. It seems like people within the hobby, they get very skeptical about grading. And, maybe rightfully so, maybe not. But, what would you say to those people? How would you address the critics of, who sometimes bash grading?
Yeah, well, I think that especially now with social media and the internet in general, I mean, like, you see people all the time that are like, hey, I've got this card that's a 7. I don't believe that it should have been a 7. And I'm going to crack it out of its case from wherever it's going to be. And I'm going to resubmit it. Whenever that grade comes back, a different grade, like, that kind of paints the industry in a bad light, right? And ultimately, it's based on who's grading that card. And I think that is part of the issue. Nobody's doing the hybrid approach like we are, to, marry the technology AI side of it and the human side of it. So that way you have the best of both worlds here, right? So it's not just, skeptical on, just one grader, having a fight with his wife before work and coming in upset and saying like, hey, I'm going to slap a grade on this, it's, so it's definitely the hybrid grading approach that is going to be the future.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, like you said, technology is advancing. It just makes sense. And speaking of things changing, in the hobby space, as someone who is, fairly new to working in the industry, how do you feel about where the hobby's heading?
I'm really excited on where the hobby's heading. Honestly, I know that there's like a, especially with the whole Fanatics thing, and a lot of like questions on what that looks like. I'm still unsure exactly. I've got some opinions, but at the same time, like, Fanatics is a massive, massive brand, and they've invested a lot of money into like what they're going to be doing. So, if they've invested that money into what, as far as the products that are put out and everything, then I think that they're going to come out with some really, really cool stuff. So I'm really, really excited to see kind of what happens over the course of the next couple of years.
Yeah, us too, honestly, because it's a thing where we try to keep up our best on what is going on inside the hobby. And so it seems like it's going to be, I don't want to say a roller coaster, but it'll be an interesting ride that's going to be taken, but obviously an exciting one. Jeez.
Yeah, and I think it's the unknown too, where it keeps you thinking and keeps you guessing, and that's exciting. It's building excitement around the industry and the hobby, and that's good. That causes growth.
I think we need that very much. Yeah, I want to be kept on my toes, right? I don't want anything to just be stagnant. I want different things to be thrown at me. It's different challenges that you want in this hobby, and makes you want to work harder, and just can really see who really wants to be in this hobby, and who I think it'll weed out people too.
I do, but and I also think that it's going to bring people to the hobby. I do believe that it will cause growth as well. So I'm excited to see what happens. It
is. And you know what? That's the thing too, is I say weed out, but obviously it's one of those things where you want to bring in everybody. And obviously, like you said, the pandemic kind of brought a ton of new eyes to it. And, hopefully it keeps that way and just continues to grow.
I think the pandemic brought a lot of new eyes to it, but I think that like for myself, I think that it reignited that passion, and it brought a lot of people back to it. So I'm excited to see where it goes. We all are guessing, but at the end of the day, I'm along for the ride. Let's do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with what you said about the pandemic, because I know a bunch of my buddies, no sports to bet on, nothing to watch, so hey, let's get back into cards. Let's check out the old briefcase full of cards and see what's there.
Yeah, it's that nostalgia of going through your closet and pulling out that shoebox and just going through it. And it's those memories of like whenever you're little, whether you're going to your local card shop or whatever it might be, and being like, oh, I remember pulling this back when I was 10 years old. Like it's just cool. It's really neat.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm trying to get myself back into cards. All right, one last question here for you. I just got texted this, so somebody who's watching it texted me specifically to ask you this, but they want to know, what does HGA do to protect against counterfeiting?
Yeah, so part of what that is it's having the right people in place, right? I can't put in a LinkedIn ad or Indeed ad and say like, hey, I need a card authenticator. So currently, like, we're consisted of a group of individuals that have been in this industry for a long, long time. And we've had to and not all these people are from Knoxville, Tennessee, right? So we've relocated people from all over the country to come here to create this team that we have. If something comes in and that's in question, then it's, at that point it goes to, a group setting where everything is discussed. And then from there, we collectively make a decision on that.
Okay, there you go. So noted. Keep that in mind. One last thing, we like to
roll out the red carpet.
Yes, we like to roll out the red carpet for every guest. We try to do that. So just want to give you a moment here and take this time. Let us know, where can we find HGH? What's going on with HGH? Kind of just give us an idea.
Yeah, so of course you can get us at hybridgradingapproach.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the whole 9 yards. But we've got a lot of really cool, exciting things that will be popping up here soon. I know we just rolled out our membership program that does allow customers that are part of that membership program to have reduced prices, reduced prices on not just turnaround times, but custom labels. And we've got some new exciting stuff that we will be rolling out that will be incorporating into those subscription models as well, which we're really, really, really excited about. So a lot of that, will be coming soon, but a lot of good and exciting things. I mean, we're the company that innovates, right? We're the company that thinks outside the box and listens. And, that's something that we'll always continue to do. And, being that company is going to push you to never be stagnant. It's going to push us to always innovate. And that's who we are. So stay tuned for a lot of big, new, exciting stuff coming up in the future. So then once again, thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, thank you for your.
Long time listener of the show, by the way.
I appreciate
hear it.
it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. First time, long time, right?
First time, long time. Absolutely.
First time, long time. Well, everybody, check out HGA. Make sure you are following them across their social media platforms. And, of course, continue to innovate. Jordan, I know there's some questions we didn't get to, so we'd love to talk to you again soon, and we'll find the time.
Awesome. I appreciate it, guys. Love to come back. Just let me know.
Absolutely. Have yourself a great weekend.
Have a good one.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Later. There you go. Yeah, there were some questions. I mean, chat had some questions. Tyler had some questions. We had some questions we didn't get to. So I think we could even do another interview with Jordan, no problem. So, maybe look out for that in the future. And obviously, we'll go through the chat and we'll look for the questions we didn't get to. But it is T-minus 10 minutes till the end of the show. So I think it's time to get to the box rip giveaway. That's right. Let's. What's up?
Do you want a snack real quick? I'm kind of
Yeah,
hungry.
actually, I do have a sweet tooth.
Yeah,
He
kind of
did
hungry.
play- Yeah, I do have a sweet. I forgot I brought this candy corn in.
I want one.
Well, I want one too.
Yeah, can I?
You also want one?
Yeah, I'll take.
Careful.
Oh,
Oh,
it's weird. Parents, this is why you always check your kids' Halloween candy because there could be razor blades in it.
That was good.
It was good, right? I thought it on the fly because I remember every Halloween, dump out the bag of candy on the floor. My dad would first, number one, he would take all the candy that he wanted. So I'm pretty sure it was a scam. And then he would check for razor blades. All right. I never once cut my tongue on a piece of candy, so that's an old fable. All right, we're going to close out the first week of the 11 a.m. era with a box rip giveaway, and it is going to be 2021 AEW Spectrum. Now, last time we opened wrestling, we did your favorite entrance music.
yes, we did. These are good.
Glad you like them. I bought them.
Caramel
I didn't even
apple.
like them.
Caramel apple candy corn. I'm sorry. I'm a candy corn guy.
How do you
I
guys
don't
feel
know.
about candy corn? You know what? Yeah, we got wrestling, right? I know we should probably do a wrestling themed question, and Halloween is already in the past. But since we're bringing up candy, let us know, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
I'm fine with that.
What's your favorite Halloween candy, your absolute go-to? And if anybody says Baby Ruth or Almond Joy or Mounds, you should be thrown right in jail.
I love almond
Right
joy.
in jail. Oh. Goodbye. Cuff him. All right.
Where's the thing in the chat? David to jail.
Yeah, send David. Somebody send David to jail, please. Stevens, may I get the overhead All right, never mind. Mid-sentence, and he did it for me.
I'm gonna go over there and help you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, help me out. We'll each touch here. You touch the card with one hand, and then I'll have it with the other.
No, you could just do it.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, 7 premium trading cards. 3 hits we're looking for. First time that AEW is doing Spectrum. This came out earlier this week. Is it a slide gimmick? Oh, I see what they're doing here. I see what they're doing. Okay, thank you for the slice noises. V small. Upper Deck does that. God bless you. Why are you looking? It was him.
Oh, bless you. I didn't know it was sneezing.
This is our live studio audience is sneezing. All right, there you go. Empty box. I'll pick that up later. And here we go. 7 cards. Pretty quick rip for you guys here. Make sure you let us know in the chat or on the YouTube replay what your favorite Halloween candy of all time is. Can you actually give me the... Never mind.
The thick voice?
Yeah. No, this.
Oh.
Because I'll do it this way. Okay, there we go. So we're supposed to get 3 hits. I think we're guaranteed 1 auto. Let's see what we got.
Get that CM Punk for you.
Yeah, let's get that Punk, eh? Okay, first up, it looks like it's going to be a base. How about Penta El Zero Miero? Penta El Zero M. Bait. Oh, God. Oh, hey. Friend of the program, Evil Uno. If you guys haven't watched our past episodes of The Chase, make sure to go to youtube.com/DACarWorld. Find the episode where we had Ethan Page, Uno, and Mark Sterling on. All right, 3 hits. I'm assuming they're all in the back here. Oh, speak of the devil. How about another friend of the program?
Yeah.
I'm sending this clip to him. Hey, look at it. Former guest of the Chase, Ethan Page and Evil Uno, two great guys right there. We opened up some AEW with them. And then, ooh, how about a Chris Statlander green? That's out of 25. Whoa. Very nice. 8 of 25, as Steve would say. You love to see it. Very nice. We'll top load that one. Now we should be getting to our hits. No. I love this one. Dude, our first auto. How about Adam Cole, baby? Wow. That's a gold. Is that? Wow. How about 9 of 25? Adam Cole, baby.
That's gorgeous.
That is awesome. Oh, hey, guys, just be cautious. There is a ding in the top right corner. Just letting you know, came out of the pack like that, top right ding. Just want to make you aware. But nonetheless, out of 25, you know it's all about the boom. Okay, next one up here. What do we got? Oh, okay. And then we've got a gold Jake Hager patch. Gold Jake Hager patch. That's also out of 25. Super low numbered cards in here. 7 of 25. The gold Jake Hager patch. All right, last card. We've got Lee Johnson. Lee Johnson base jersey. There you go. Lee Johnson base jersey. But how about it? An Adam Cole, baby. Nice hit of the box.
That's pretty sweet.
I love it. You know I'm all about that. Adam Cole is one of my favorite wrestlers right now. Awesome, awesome cards. So if you guys want to win what is in this box, make sure you let us know on the replay on YouTube. Woo! Almost. On the replay on YouTube or in the Twitch chat right now, let us know, what's your favorite Halloween costume? Candy. Oh my God. Yep. Time to go. All right. What is your favorite Halloween candy? There you go. We're out to the wide shot. David's right here. I'm right here. Guys, that's going to close out our first week of 11 a.m. shows. David, thank you for your help. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed. It sounded like we had a pretty good crowd today. Remember to follow us at DA Card World or DA_the Chase on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We post content daily. We try to do our best, obviously. Make sure you're watching the replays on YouTube and all of our other content. You almost choked on candy corn. I heard it. And that is why you don't do that. What you just did. Also, listen to us on Spotify and Apple. Make sure you're checking out Steve. He's got personal breaks and group breaks the rest of the day in the lounge on twitch.tv/DACarWorld. Are you going to be good?
Wrap it up.
Holy hell. All right. Well, hey, guys, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. We'll see you back here on Monday. Don't forget to join the Instagram Live. We'll have the Chase Unplugged after the show over there. Come hang out. And, well, there's only one thing left to do. And what's that, David?
It's all
about the chase. And he just hit the president of the company. There you go. Top guys out.